Hey everyone, Warnet here, and I'm bringing you another video on Battle Bay. In today's episode, we're showcasing another user submission from Hodges, and what he wants to be able to share with everyone is his unveiling of his brand new Mark 6 fixer. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and cover what that Mark 6 fixer allows you to unlock, and he also shares with you all the weapons that he's using and the equipment that he's using, and goes over some of the perks that he has on there. We also have some gameplay footage of him utilizing that brand new Mark 6 fixer, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. It is from that Nightmare League, so, be prepared to see some insane battles. Alright, so jumping right in, we've got Hodges upgrading from the Mark 5 to Mark 6 fixer. He's unveiling this for you guys. He wants to be able to share this with you, and I would too if I were him. I'd be pretty excited, pretty stoked to get that Mark 6 fixer. So what I noticed first off is that it has that 4 million gold price tag. But the other things that stand out is that you can now equip 2 weapons with a total of 3 slots. So that could be 1 2-slot item plus 1 single-slot item. He also gets an upgrade on his green item. So instead of it being 4 slots with 3 spaces, it's now 5 slots with 3 spaces. So that means that you can equip that double pulse with a repair box or with a duct tape. You will notice that the ship does obviously reduce its movement speed, as well as losing out on some of that ship agility and turret rotation. But that happens with every ship as you upgrade it, because the more stuff you can equip, the slower and more bogged down the ship becomes. But that can all be negated by upgrades. And he's going to go ahead and pearl up that last 500k just so we can get this done for you guys and make sure we get this video. So here it is. You can already see he automatically goes in. He's got that extra weapon slot and that extra green item slot, and he's going to go ahead and start going over some of his weapons here. So he's going to equip that epic sniper cannon. If you look at that, that thing's got a 29.5% critical chance strike. That means that just about 1 in every 3 shots has a chance to be a critical strike. So that could put out massive amounts of damage. So he goes and he throws that on there. And then the other item that he's going to go ahead and equip is going to be that repair box launcher. So here's his epic napalm launcher. You can see that it's doing 231 damage, and that's over a duration of 24 seconds. So on these perks, he has +1 to damage over time duration. That is ultimately devastating, and he has all of those 4 rares damage over time durations. Next up is that epic sniper cannon we mentioned earlier. And here are the perks that he has fitted onto this. As you can see, it now has that critical chance percentage of 30%. And all of those rare perks are giving him +5 bigger chance to critically strike, plus all of the upgrades that he has from Burt. He also has +12% more damage to burning enemies. So those enemies who are in the fire of that napalm now get a much larger damage done to them. On his overboost, he has 2 epic perks and 1 rare perk. And all of them are an increase to the speed effect. Those epics give a 0.8 and the rare gives a 0.5 to the speed effect, making that overboost extremely fast. Moving on to his repair pulse, as you can see, he's filled up all 4 perk slots on here. He has 2 epics and 2 rares, with 3 of them being a 7, or with 3 of them going to the bigger effect on the repair. The epics providing a 7.5 and the rare providing a 5% increase to the repair effect. And he also has that rare perk of a 3% cooldown, or -3% to the cooldown, making it a little bit faster on the backside. And on that rare pulse, he has also all 3 epics, but 2 of them are bigger repairing effect, and the other one is a cooldown. Moving on to his shield, you can see that he added all of those defense perks. Now, defense perks are definitely the way to go for the shields. It's way better than putting on extra HP, although if you don't have any of the defense perks, then obviously you're going to want to go with the hit points. So those epic ones are doing +9 to the defense, +7 to defense on the rare. And if you don't know anything about the defense, what defense does is it actually allows you to take off point damage for every shot. So every DPS shot that comes to you is automatically minus that amount of damage. So it gets taken right off the top. So it's much better than having hit points, because that's off of every single shot. Now keep in mind that doesn't apply to damage over time weapons such as napalm, firebomb, or the flare. It only impacts direct shot point damage weapons. Moving on to his turbo, you can see he has 4 rare perks fitted to his turbo. And each one of those give +15% to the turbo effect. So that is his setup for the fixer. Now we're going to go ahead and get into some gameplay footage, and I hope that you guys do enjoy this. Now remember, this is from the Nightmare League, so there's going to be some crazy stuff going on, and let's see what he goes ahead and he pushes out for us. So jumping right in, they're going to go ahead and spam the chat with together, together, together. We all see this, not all of us do it. Now look at all that stuff that's there on this fixer. That is just a ridiculous amount of stuff going on there. And this is everyone's favorite map. We all know that everyone loves this map. Look at that critical strike right off the bat, doing 1100 damage. And he's pushing out that double repair pulse. Doesn't even look like he started using the box. Another critical strike doing 1394 damage. He's pushing out more of those pulses, continuing on, and he's actually chasing down some of these guys. He's sending down that napalm and go ahead and blockading these guys from making their way through there. Another critical strike of 1,575 damage. That is just absolutely devastating. Putting down more fire, continuing to put out those pulses. And the enemy here is just getting corralled. That napalm is forcing them to go into a specific direction. More double pulses, keeping the rest of his team alive. There he is. He's taking out the enemy team's fixer, alleviating them of the possibility of being able to repair themselves, laying down more of that napalm, taking another shot with that sniper rifle, trying to get in there and do that extra damage to targets who are on fire. More napalm again. I don't think he's even put down a repair box this whole entire battle. It sure doesn't seem that way. It still looks like having that double repair pulse is just absolutely OP. And he is going to put out to go ahead and go for the capture. Don't even bother messing with that speeder. It's absolutely not worth it. Now with that turbo and that overboost, he's actually putting up quite a good effort on catching up to that speeder, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, and another critical strike doing 1,470 damage there. That is just massive. He is still chasing that speeder down. And he gets hit with a Tesla stun. And a slowing effect from what must have been a carronade. And that is the end of the battle there. As you can see, that double pulse was able to keep his team alive and well, and he got 3 stars for that battle, putting out over 13,000 in damage, and that is just ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to give it up for that Mark 6 fixer, being able to utilize 2 weapons and utilize the double pulse with a repair box, even though he didn't use it, and that is just insane. Alright everyone, so that's my video for today. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you see Hodges in the chat, give him a shout out and say thank you very much for submitting those videos and on sharing that with you all. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys appreciate it as well. If you all want to share your videos with me and get them out there on the web and for people to be able to see what's going on in your league and the battles that you get to experience, please do so. You can upload your files to Dropbox or to JumpShare or to another file sharing service and then send me the link on my Facebook page. That's at facebook.com/thewarnet, and I will download those videos and I will put them into a compilation and get those pushed out as quickly as I possibly can. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to click like, subscribe, and then I hope to see you out on the bay.